No, yeah, it was good. Just I think we grinded today. I think we showed a little bit of grit compared to the game on Wednesday against LA. I think both teams played pretty similar in terms of keeping the ball, and they were able to break our pressure. But we found our way back into the game. We got, as Chris always says, we got punched in the face, and we were able to come back, and it was a good result. Now the Rocky Mountain Cup is here, so it's a good feeling.
Johnny, between Wednesday and tonight, you feeling back like yourself again?
Yeah, I think so. I'm just thankful that I've gotten an opportunity to play again. So just hopefully I can keep going. So I would definitely say this game was very meaningful today, just because I don't think since I've been here played against RSL. So to have a performance tonight, not only for my confidence is it good, but to win the Rocky Mountain Cup, I don't even really count 2020 that much. So this is our first real Rocky Mountain Cup. 3 games, we were able to win it. So I mean, it was a trophy to the cabinet, and I know it was special for Chris too. It was his first ever, so it was a good feeling today.
How about Cole's pass on your volley?
You know what? Sometimes we're having one of those years. I'm not gonna lie, I just closed my eyes and hit it because I was expecting it to come on the floor, but I think whether it was me, Kevin, whoever was in that position, I just think we're in such a good way right now. Honestly, I think all of us would have scored that. To be honest, you could put anyone in that position. So I'm just lucky that it happened to be me. But yeah, we're having one of those seasons right now, and I think we're just gonna keep going.
Johnny, going back to the first question, you told us a couple weeks ago that you kind of wanted to remind people who you are, what you're able to do, just how significant does tonight make that?
Yeah, no, I mean, like I said, I would definitely say this has been the hardest year as a professional. I haven't played a lot, but I think one of the big things is Chris has been honest with me about why I haven't been playing, and now I've been playing because of the things that he has said, and I've finally changed that stuff. So I'm hoping that, like I said, I'll keep playing. But I think even whether I'm a starter or not, I think the one thing is I think people probably lost faith in me, and I think now I've proven that I can be relied on whether I'm starting, coming off the bench. Like I can get minutes and perform. Like I can go out on the pitch and you know make an impact.
Johnny, what was the message at halftime? Not realizing at the point that you'd be getting an extra hour or so with the weather delay, just to get back out there and get after it, and.
No, just we were gonna. I think we had the momentum going in, not just with the goals, but I think we actually started to play well, combining, getting in behind them. So just about being cleaner in the final third, and just making sure when we're going to press, they were trying to overload our right. So our side, the side I was on with Sammy, with Crooks peeling out. So just making sure we're shifting fast enough, and he was telling me to just make sure I go and jump immediately, because if I give them time, then they'll be able to do the rotation. So I think we kind of figured them out how they were playing in that first half at the very end, and that's why I felt like we started to pick up the momentum. So honestly, I do think if we didn't have the delay, I mean, definitely I think we could have really gone out there and gave them a big fight. But like I said, we came away with the win, and I think it took us a little bit in the second half, but I think after 20 minutes, 25, we were up for the game.
Johnny, Chris said you came in to win trophies. You get your first trophy in the Rocky Mountain Cup. Being look forward to the League's Cup coming up next. What is the team's confidence going into the League Cup, and how do they feel about maybe getting revenge on Portland after that first match?
No, I think again we're going to be playing two really good teams. One team's in a lot of form right now, Portland. So I think the biggest difference from last year is we were going into the League's Cup with just loss after loss, and now we're going in wins, draws against good teams. So I think everyone believes that we can compete with anyone. So I think it's going to be different, but we're a different team than the first game of the season. Just like Portland, honestly, is probably a different team. So I think we're ready for the challenge of those two teams, and I think tournament style football is very different. I have a little bit of experience doing that with the Gold Cup squad twice, and it's really about it's one game at a time and just being on form at that time. As doesn't matter what we've done all season, honestly, because these two games that's what matters. It's not what happened before. So,
Johnny, you becoming an old pro at all of these weather delays at this point? You enjoy the spicy marinara?
do I have marinara on my face?
No.
Oh no, I was about to be like, no. It's been interesting. I will say. I mean, I've been here 6 years now, and yeah, we've had a lot of weather delays. So I just think it's part of the game. It's honestly, and I think the testament to the boys, we were able to get some recovery and just do the things we needed to do to be ready to come out for the second half. And again, we came out slow, but we stuck in there, and we were able to fight back. And as the half went on, we were wearing them down. And I think I think, like I said, this team has a different resilience, similar to like 2021, where things like weather delays, injuries for me aren't really derailing us anymore like they used to.
John, you took that hard foul a couple minutes before your goal. Did that spark something in you?
Yeah, to be honest, like I think he might have said something to me. I don't know what he said. Like I can't remember what it was, but he said something and it got me upset. So I just literally looked at him like, nah, like I'm not taking this. Like it's just, and that's why that kind of like helped. Not just me, but I think everyone like kind of woke up after that, you know. And I think also the goal too. I think, you know, that guy's just been scoring for fun against us, to be honest. And shout out to him. He's a very, very good player, Gomez. So I think after that goal, I think we kind of woke up as a team. So.
You had mentioned back in 2020, it didn't really feel like you guys had actually brought home the Rocky Mountain Cup. Now that you have, and especially scoring that goal from these fans here in Central, what did that feel like just to have the fans back to actually bring that cup truly back home?
No, it was amazing feeling. You know, I think probably that was my most important goal as a Rapid player since I've been here. You know, again, I don't think I've played well against Salt Lake until tonight. So the feeling to get to not only contribute in bringing home the cup, but just to be able to actually celebrate that in a packed house, rain delay, you know, just with the adversity that we've had to deal with the last few years, just it was more special, I would definitely say. So it was. I think today was probably more special than even when we won the West in 2021. Like, I think being able to beat a very good Salt Lake team, they are very, very good, and I think, you know, this has probably been the most exciting series since I've been here with Salt Lake. You know, they beat us, we beat them, they're, like I said, very, very good teams. So it was definitely special.
Johnny, Sam Vine's kind of similar to you. He's been starting, but he's admitted, you know, that his form isn't quite there, and maybe he's trying to find himself again. You know, what happened at Antwerp happened and everything, and then you're playing alongside him as well. Does it feel like he arrived tonight with his goal? And
I mean, I would definitely say, like, you know, there's a familiarity with me and Sammy. I've played with him for years, and I definitely think when I was playing, and it was me and him together, we had a little bit of chemistry. So I think there is a little bit of trust, and I'm telling him too, like, forget what's happened before. Like when I go to press or when I make the run, just hit it. Just trust yourself. Like you were a national team left back, you were going to go to the World Cup. Just trust yourself. So I think that he's helping me. I'm trying to help him, and I think a lot of the guys are really trying to just push him, letting him know that, you know, you were a top player, so don't think that you're not, you know.
Johnny, what are your thoughts on just the overall growth of Cole Bassett over the last couple seasons, with the adversity of having to go through what the team went through last year and then being one of the leaders on a really good team this year?
No, I think he's evolved his game a lot. I think, you know, coming in, when I came here, he was 17, I think. And, you know, a different player at the time, I would definitely say, probably less tactically disciplined, but had a lot of raw talent. And I think now we're seeing, you know, I think we've found his best position. I think, you know, I think when he was coming through, he was like a number 10 / like more forward thinking. I think playing deeper has really helped him thrive a lot. But I think he's learned the game more. He can't just run around and just dribble everyone, and, like, you know, probably what he was doing before he went to Feyenoord, and now, you know, he's using the ball more, passing and moving, making the right decisions, and you can just see, you know, I mean, I think it's crazy that he didn't even make the All-Star game. He's been one of the best players in his position. So I think also our guys around him are also helping him a lot. You know, Georgie's pushing him, Connor's pushing, because there's real competition. Ali Laraz has come in and has done a fantastic job. So I think for him, it's like, I think that competition has really helped him a lot too, and he's just learned the game. You know, I think he's took some of the stuff at Feyenoord that he learned and now brought it back to us this year, giving it to the team and also for himself. So he, like I said, for me, he's one of the best midfielders in the league, and I would love for him to go back to Europe, because I think that he has the ability to play there. You know, I know you guys don't want to hear that, but for him, I would love to see him go back and do that.